Hey everyone, so this is a tutorial on how to reverse stamp decals using gel. Of course using the beautiful Pretty and Savage Creations decals, and you can use code Bekah15 to help save. So to do this you will need a dish of water, nail art palette, white gel, a thin brush, tweezers, foil gel, a wooden stick, lint-free wipes, a jelly stamper, gel base and gel top coat, and lastly, of course, some decals. Alright, so let's get into it. I first take my mini decal and I place it into my dish of water and I let that sit for about 15 seconds. And while that's going, I take my white gel polish and I dab a little bit onto my nail art palette. Next, I take the decal out of the water and place it on a lint-free wipe, and I use another wipe to dab off all of the excess water so that the decal is completely dry. From here, I take my jelly stamper and place it right over the decal so that it is laying face down on the stamper. And then I also take that back off as well. And now I start painting the decal, and I start in the middle, and you really want to avoid going over the edges. And you can see here in the beginning that I'm a little bit shaky from trying to hold the stamper up towards the camera, so soon I bring that and the camera down so you can see what I'm doing well, and that I have a better grasp on the stamper and the brush. And you can also use the lint-free wipe as a background to help you see what you're doing. And now I just go for it, working my way from the middle to the edges. You really do not have to go all the way to the edge. I just choose to try to get as close as I can, but as long as you have the majority of the middle covered, your decal will definitely pop over any color you put it on. In a moment, you'll see that I mess up and accidentally go a little bit over the edge, and my brush actually has a dotting tool on the other side, and I just use that to wipe away the gel since it doesn't dry. And it doesn't completely get rid of it, but it does help fix a little bit of a mistake, and it's not too noticeable once you get rid of it. Another thing that I do here is to reach that top part of the decal. Instead of dipping into my gel polish pile, I just take some of the polish that's on the decal already and spread it out towards the top. This can ensure that you don't have too much polish all over the decal. So now that I've filled in the majority of the decal, I turn it over to see my progress and make sure I'm happy with the result. And then now I am getting that tiny little bottom part. You can skip this, you don't have to get every tiny little line. I just thought I'd try. And also this smoke, I'm being really careful and just doing tiny little strokes and working my way up the smoke and not trying to be as precise as I can be. I don't want to hit every spot, I just want to do the best that I can. Sorry, I'm kind of covering what I'm doing here. In a moment, I readjust so that you can see this was a little hard to do on camera. And then right before I finish, I just make sure I fill in any spots that I missed. And then lastly, I like to turn my stamper over and see my final result, and I'm happy with what I have done. So I get into using foil gel. I paint a layer of this onto the nail that I want to place the decal on. And it takes the same amount of time for the foil gel and the gel polish to cure, so I just pop those in my lamp for 1 minute. Once those are cured, you just want to take your stamper and figure out where you want to place it. This was really hard to do on camera, so I apologize for the bad angle. And then you just want to push down right onto your sticky foil gel. And due to me trying to be in frame, I did end up placing it a little crooked, but I don't mind. And this is where the wooden stick comes into play. I just use it to push down the edges of the decal to make sure it's really stuck on the foil gel, and so that you can't see any of those edges because nobody wants to see that. And here it is on the nail before I do my last step of gel base and gel top coat. And here we are, here's the final results. I ended up doing my thumb off camera, and here that is. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was very helpful.